How are we feeling, my guy?
Feeling good, man. It was a hell of a season. We sad now because no more football. So I mean, we gotta spend time with the fam. Random errands and brunches back on the docket.
Yeah, yeah. This guy said random errands and brunches. That's hilarious. The game sucked, so I'm glad that's over, and we don't gotta look at that. Shout outs to Seattle though; they did what they were supposed to do. They
Back to
handled
back
business.
years, the game was bad.
Oh, that's right. The Chiefs did clap. At least there was some exciting plays in the Chiefs game, in
Yeah,
this Eagles game. The Seahawks were struggling to do anything offensively for like 90% of the game outside of Kenneth Walker, you know. But at least, in the Eagles, they ran up the score. They had pick sixes, they
yeah.
had, long touchdown passes, the Smitty. It was just a snooze fest for the most part. The defenses were doing their thing. And shout outs to the Patriots defense. I felt like like you said, they absolutely did their part. Like
Oh
they have
yeah.
nothing to hang their heads on. The offense was just that was the worst offensive performance I've probably ever seen in any Super Bowl.
Only criticism you can give Patriots defense, like y'all could have had like
They
two or three
dropped picks.
intos in the
Yeah.
first half, and that could have potentially changed the game around because they were on
Mhm.
their side of the field when
Goal
they almost
line.
had those intos.
A couple
So
one of them on the goal line, that was the one that
you
they
go
could
up
have dropped
10
it and
zip,
went for 9 points.
you
It
go
went
up
for a
10 zip,
field goal.
and Sam Darnold's gonna be pressing, then that's a different ball game. But they didn't take
Yeah.
advantage.
They didn't take advantage. And the thing is, when you have to be perfect, you're likely not going to be perfect, and that's likely gonna, it's going to come back to haunt you when you look back at it. But that defense was they were the only reason why it felt like they were in the game, but they were never really in the game, bro. The offense couldn't even get first downs. It was they had like seven consecutive three and outs at one point up to the third
Yeah.
quarter. Embarrassing, embarrassing. So, but yeah, let's talk about the real show, the real highlight of the night, Bad Bunny. How do you feel? I've seen you get some takes off on Bad Bunny in the
Mhm.
show. Tell us how you really feel.
Listen, I'm gonna say it again. I've been tweeting it, man. That's the greatest Super Bowl halftime performance that I've ever seen. A lot going like I said, going into it, I didn't know what to expect. I don't really know the songs. I know the beats because they're all over Instagram, and he's one of the highest stream artists. But I didn't really know what we were gonna get. But from top to bottom, from even the surprise guest appearances from Lady Gaga and Ricky Martin, that wasn't expected.
Yeah.
It was a nice surprise, and for everyone, bitching about him not speaking English, I'm like, his Lady Gaga, you can have that for like a minute. Here you go. Like,
Yeah.
shut up now.
Yeah.
Overall, the production, the camera work, the symbolism, him repping us, I think what more can you ask for? That's supposed to be what a halftime performance is. You're supposed to put on a great show. And from beginning to end, it was just a great show. I'll have that probably the greatest halftime performance.
Wow. Yeah. No, it was incredible. I thought, you said symbolism, and I think the word that for me that stood out was like storytelling. Starting the entire thing in the sugarcane fields, going back to slavery when they before they were
Yeah.
colonized, and like how all that came about, and just the the camera work. You kept saying that for a minute for like in our group chat. Like the camera work is crazy. Spike Lee with the dolly shot.
The Dolly.
The
Woo!
dolly shot was so fire. I've
Bro.
always loved the dolly shot when Spike does it in his movies, and he brought that to the Super Bowl. That was incredible. Like they had this man traveling, I heard like a total like 120 something yards with like the way that he was maneuvering from one space to the next. And one of the cool parts that I really liked about the show was Bad Bunny is really like he really lives this, bro. Like
Yeah.
there was a clip, I guess someone who was in the audience posted a phone footage of when Lady Gaga was like performing and he's like getting ready to go to his next position. He's back there dancing to the he can't even
Yeah.
see her, but he's dancing to it. And that goes into my point here of all the crying about the non-English. It's like, bro, music has always been felt. Music is meant to be felt. It's not meant to understand
Right.
everything, bro. Like, I don't understand what 90% of these rappers be talking about. American
Oh,
rappers. All these
the new
southern guys.
ones, especially the new ones.
Right. I don't know what they be talking about. I never knew what Buju Banton and Vibes Cartel and Movado. I don't know. Oh, yeah. I don't be
Yeah.
knowing what they're talking about. But guess what? I was outside and I was getting that's music.
Vibing.
You're supposed to vibe and dance
Vibe
and
to
like
it.
That's why there's instruments, there's instrumentals, like for you to dance and feel that. You don't need to understand every word to feel like something is being impacted. And I love that Bad Bunny used his platform, similar to Kendrick last year, to make a statement. Like
Yeah.
this is with the state of this country, and yes, Puerto Rico is part of this country. It's it's his obligation to use his platform if he feels like it to make a statement and say, yo, we're better together than we are being divisive, which is kind of like why I'm like, why would y'all have a problem with that? Why would you, if you care about America, why would you mind that this man is saying, hey, America, let's not hate other people. Let's actually do this together so we can grow in love and, overcome the hate that some people have in their hearts. But,
Weirdo
you know,
behavior, man, all around. Yo, one question I always had about the halftime performance, right? So obviously Rock Nation does the production. So is
mhm.
it the same group of people cooking up these ideas, or are the artists bringing in their own set of producers or engineers or whatever, or how does that even work? Cuz I'm like, whoever came up with that concept last night, did they homework, did they thing, man, like from all aspects.
So the as far as the actual um physical production and like putting the stages together, that is all Rock Nation they have a budget to get the best of
Okay.
the best for this project. The artist, Jay-Z, knowing Jay-Z, he gives the artist the leeway to say, what do you want this to look like? Right. So he brings
Okay.
his, like Kendrick last year. You can tell
Yeah.
Kendrick Kendrick wanted the actual GNX, the car. They had to like
Mhm.
find the car and buy it. Like it wasn't some stage, prop. It was the real thing. So the artists bring their creativity and like this is what I want my set to look like. And obviously the NFL and Jay-Z, they got all the money in the world to make it happen. So it's a collaboration of, both of them working together to really bring this together. But I imagine Live Nation, they have, Rock Nation, they have, all the resources to make these things
Yeah.
happen. It's 15 minutes of the biggest show of the year. So they gotta go all the way in, which is why it takes so long. I don't know if you guys ever noticed, it takes a long time for them to transition from it's
Yeah.
halftime. They gotta go talk about the game really quick for like 10 minutes, giving
Yeah.
them time to set the stage and all that other stuff to make it happen. So um I thought that the donkey of the night, if we're gonna talk about it, Jake Paul. I mean, Trump was ridiculous, but that's Trump. Where that's to be expected. I don't know why he was watching that show when
That's
there
what
was
I'm saying. He was actually watching it.
there was a hillbilly fest with Mr. Kid Rock in jean shorts talking about I can be a hero, whatever, right? He was doing his thing over there. Why aren't you watching that show? Why are you worried about what Bad Bunny's doing if you're supposed to be boycotting? But Jake Paul's talking about this fake American citizen and how they're not even speaking English and this is supposed to be one again. Puerto Rico was part of America. Like you guys colonized it and made it, to your benefits to make all the money off Puerto Rico. And you visit that island all the time. Jake Paul, you live in Puerto Rico, Jake Paul. You've used them to make money. You have fighters. Your top fighters, like you mentioned, Gene, is Puerto Rican. And
Rican.
she spoke out against you last night. She said, yo, this dude is bugging. I don't care that he signs my checks. He's wilding. I'm proud Boricua. We're not going to stand for that. So it's like, I think people need to realize, and again, for the Latino community, this is a realization that white superiority will try to use you for what benefits them. But anytime that it challenges something that doesn't have them as the superior, this is where we get to. This is where we get to. How could you be mad at Bad Bunny? What are you upset about? And people are talking about, well, he got women up there shaking butts. Yeah, it's a hat. This guy is a Latino artist. What do you think they sing and do? Like,
Put the
do
kids
you
away if it is an issue. Put the kids away.
put the kids away? When Beyonce did the halftime show, were you worried about Beyonce doing that? Like, it's like you're focused on the wrong thing, dog. Like you're focused on the wrong thing,
No,
man.
but it's like I tweeted, like these parents will have their kids on Xbox Live saying the most derogatory things 24/7, and that's not an
Right,
issue. But a
right,
lady shaking like they weren't wearing thongs. Okay, they had shorts on,
right,
but it's like 10 seconds of that, man. Like
right.
relax. That's
Yeah,
a you're just masking what the real issue is because you don't want to say what the real issue is because you have the
right,
fear of cancellation. But
right.
there's no way, shape, and form if you enjoy any type of music that you just can't sit down and enjoy something for 10 minutes, even if it's not your cup of tea.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing though, bro. And again, if it's not like I saw some people say about if it's not your cup of tea, it's okay to go get something to eat in the kitchen
Yeah,
for that time. Just shut up. We don't care, bro. We enjoyed it. Like that's my kind of vibe. Like I enjoyed it, and I don't understand a word he said. Maybe a couple of here and there, but
yeah,
I was vibing. I was by my
yeah.
neck. I did a little chop, but chop. Like it was cool. So I think people just need to realize, like, bro, the world don't revolve around you, and what people are realizing is this is not a threat to America. This is an asset to America. Bad
Yeah.
Bunny, what he did yesterday was to unite people, not to divide people. So get over yourself and move on. But I thought it was a great show. I have not really processed about all time. I think like just the visual was definitely the best that I've ever seen.
Hmm.
Like he had the trees were people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that was crazy, bro. And you didn't even oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You can go ahead.
No, no, I was gonna say like even like what 2 or 3 years ago when Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and 50 did it, you know, we're
Mary
hip
J.
hop heads. So, but we kind of knew what to expect. We're like, all right, they're gonna perform the classic. We're gonna hear
Right,
Still Dre in the club. But just
right,
going into this performance, I'm like, we had no idea
right,
what he was gonna do and if he can even pull it off and would it
right,
look good. And
right.
like he checked off on all the boxes.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, it was dope. I love the final shot where he had all those countries, all those
Yeah.
flags. Like that is unity, bro. Like all the Caribbean islands and he repped everybody. It was like this is not even a Puerto Rican thing. This is a we are all, we're all together on this one thing. It's like get with it, bro. Get with it. I thought the something that I kept seeing on Twitter after cuz when you're watching the show, you don't realize who's
Hmm.
in what. Like he has like people, especially when they had like the New York City, they cut to New York City theme and people were all like at the bar and he took a
Yeah,
shot.
yeah.
I spotted Pedro Pascal. I
Yeah.
spotted
And
Ronald
Jessica
Acuna
Alba.
Jr., Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, there was some
Cardi
heat
B.
in the
Yeah.
crowd, bro. Like there was some real superstars supporting this thing in the crowd. And again, it just goes beyond just like Puerto Ricans. Like Ronald Acuna Jr. is Venezuelan, right? He's
Mhm.
Latino though, so the pride is still, it's still there. You don't have to all be the same to be
Dude, John
relatable.
Hamm from Mad Men, the main actor from Mad Men is
Yeah,
that's Bad Bunny's #1 fan. I seen it
right.
this morning. He went to
Yeah.
damn near every concert in Puerto Rico. You
Yeah,
know,
and I saw something just today. Ben Rice, the Yankees first baseman, he speaks fluid Spanish, like
yeah,
fluid, and he was singing some of Bad Bunny's songs in an interview. Like, yo, I love Bad Bunny. He talks about how when he's at first base and the Hispanic players come to first base after either walk or getting hit, like he converses with them in Spanish. So like
hmm,
people are embracing the different cultures, and here you are crying because this guy doesn't look pale enough to fit, what you want a Super Bowl halftime show to be. Y'all not gonna get one for a while, so y'all got to get used to it, beloved. Because and I love what Jay-Z's doing. Jay-Z's going outside the box every time,
All
every
right,
time.
real quick. If you
I know
if
what
it
you're
was up
gonna
to
ask
you,
me.
nah, if it was up to you, who would you have next year?
You want to say Chris Brown so bad, bro?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Nah, that ain't my choice. What are you talking
Okay.
about? Max Bigavell. I want Max B. Nah, you know who I want next year for real, bro? Yo, we gotta get Bieber up there, bro. We gotta get Bieber. We gotta get Bieber, man. I think Bieber will kill it.
I don't think they'll give him I feel like Bieber, they would.
He got the hits,
Is he locked in enough, bro? Is he locked
bro.
in
You ain't
enough?
see his Grammy performance?
Well, the Grammys is different. Like
He bodied that UConn. I
of
think he's locked
course,
in, man.
UConn was fire.
I think he.
Side City, side.
Well, first of all, you have to have like a good catalog, right?
Right.
That's why, like, for Bad Bunny to be an artist who's only been out 10 years, he had enough jams to hit that
Yeah.
15-minute mark. So I think Bieber, you got like I don't know, maybe Eminem. Like there's only a select few artists with that catalog that can sustain a 15-minute run. But I think Bieber, I think he deserves a shot, man.
I would love to. I'm a huge Bieber guy. I think he definitely got the records, and he has the collabs to do it too. Like he
Right.
could
Yeah.
bring out a Chris Brown. He could bring out, if that's a thing. I don't know how much creative control Jay-Z gives the artist in terms of like who they bring out, but the names that people are slinging around is, and Chris Brown made a post last night. I didn't love the post. I thought it was petty.
Kind of
It's like,
haterish. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very like, all right, bro, you could ask for your shot without making it feel like somebody else stunk. But would you want to see Breezy in that on
Of
that stage?
course. Of course I'd want to see Breezy. Because he's gonna put on a show.
Yeah,
Like no questions asked, and he has like 60 hits that he can hit.
right, right.
Minimum. Only
Has
thing with
Bruno
him is
done it
like
already?
who?
Bruno, has he done it
Twice.
already?
Twice. He did 1 year with Beyonce,
I
and I
thought so.
think he might have done the solo one, but he definitely did one with Beyonce and Coldplay.
Okay,
Yeah, I think that was like 2017-ish.
okay.
Um, but with Chris Brown, he has a lot of baggage with him. But I feel like if Bad Bunny sustained all the backlash with this Super Bowl performance,
Hmm.
I think Chris Brown. I think Chris Brown could get a pass, man. Well, I'm not. You get what I mean. Like I think even with his baggage, I think they can sustain the blow just letting him perform. They will get a lot of backlash though. That's what I'm saying. Is it worth it? But they just got a lot of backlash for Bad Bunny.
For two different reasons. The backlash
Facts,
you'll get, the
facts, facts.
backlash you'll get for Chris Brown is like, yo, this is what people will say. This is not a good person. This is a
Yeah,
bad
yeah,
person. This is what he did. With Bad Bunny, it's just a matter of people being envious of the cultural differences and like they're just not familiar with a megastar
yeah.
like this getting a stage that they feel belong to American, particularly white Americans. But the Chris Brown thing will just be like, oh, y'all let women beaters just do the Super Bowl now?
Yeah.
Like, and
Oof,
again, it's
that's
like it's
gonna be a
Rihanna,
tough
dog.
sell, man.
It's Rihanna. It's like
That's a tough
every
sell, man. Especially with the NFL and their history of domestic violence, bro.
son. It's you're gonna get a lot of think pieces. You talk about think pieces, you're gonna get a
Yeah,
lot of think
that's
pieces.
oof. But Dr. Dre, he
Yeah,
had his little issues,
yeah,
but it was so far removed that like the general
right.
public just forgot. But Chris, yeah.
And Dre. The thing is with Dre, like Dre lays low. Like
Mm-hmm.
Dre can you can go 5 years and never hear Dr. Dre's name. Chris Brown is
That's facts.
outside. He's making these smart and people are watching from afar. Like, bro, nah, this is not cool. This is not a good way you want to get the show. Honestly, bro, I think the people that I would want to see, you ask me who I'd want to see do it like next year. Can we get J. Cole? Can we get J. Cole or Drake? I know Drake that won't I know Drake thing will never happen. I don't think unless they like figure out a way to work together.
No, they won't. I just think right now is just like it's World War III out here with like these clicks, bro. So
But J.
you
Cole, I think J. Cole would be phenomenal. Phenomenal.
think you could do it dolo though?
Come on, don't do Cole like that, bro. Don't do Cole cause remember, every song is not a single that is yours.
Yeah,
You could do
yeah,
like
yeah,
bring out Thames. He got a song with he got a banger with Thames.
yeah,
Like Miguel, if you believe
yeah,
it when
yeah,
it's said
yeah.
I'm in love. Come on, J. Cole could
Yeah.
kill that stage, bro. He could kill that stage. He could bring
Nah,
out
he can. Yeah,
TLC
that's
to
a good.
do
That's a
Crooked
good point.
Smile. Oh my
Crooked
God.
smile. Yeah,
Oh my God, J. Cole. I would love again. I think right now he just dropped an album. He's gonna be buzzing all year. He's got to tour the album. I think
yeah,
walking into next year, I know again there's differences right now between J. Cole and Jay-Z. I don't know exactly what they are, but I know
yeah.
he's not on Rock Nation anymore, and people are saying
There's
he
a lot
took
of
some
beef
shots at
going
Cole.
around. There's a
Son,
lot
there's
of
beef
beef
everywhere.
going on. There's a lot, man. That hip hop battle, it was good for hip hop, but then again, it caused a lot of issues, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Caused
Yeah,
a
bro. 'Cause
lot
people
of
had to
issues
pick
with a lot of
sides.
parties. Yeah,
People had to pick sides. Let me see. Travis Scott. I don't think Travis Scott. I know Travis Scott has like a big, huge following. I don't
he
think I
would
would
put on a
want
show. He would put on a
for
show, man. I've
sure.
seen him.
Does he
Yeah,
have the records? You talking about records? Does he have
yeah. Nah,
records?
he got the record. He got the records, and that demographic, that
Mm,
that under 25.
yeah. Well, I was thinking Young Boy, but Young Boy's
Nah,
already
nah,
two
nah.
records.
That's,
I mean, you're talking about demographic. He is the
nah,
new
that's a
Tupac.
different demographic. That's the YN demographic, bro. Nah, that's apples and oranges. NFL ain't ready for that, bro. NFL
Oh
ain't ready for that.
my
Cause
God. Yo,
young boy will be sagging the whole performance. He might bring out some prop guns, bro. Like,
I
they don't want that
can't.
issue.
I
Nah.
can't with you, bro. That's crazy. But yeah, I would love to see Cole. This is my claim. I would love to see Cole, and I think the timing is right. He's
That's a good
out right
choice.
now with an
Yeah.
album. He has the ties to Hove. Hove knows he could trust Cole to put on a show, and I think the features that he has like are incredible. Like they're incredible features, all time features. like in his discography that he could put on a good show with. But you said you want to see Bieber, so
Yeah, I want to see Biebs, man.
oh my God. So going to there's a story out right now of James Pierce, the Atlanta Falcons edge rusher. He was a rookie, and it's a domestic case. We don't have all the details,
Mhm.
but apparently, allegedly, he broke Rakia Jackson, WNBA star, broke up with him, and he essentially refuses, allegedly, again, refuses to accept that. She blocks him, and he start texting her from a different number,
Mhm.
right? And she's like, she's ignoring it, and she finally says, "Yo, leave me alone." He won't accept defeat, I guess. So he follows her. She's driving, and she realizes, "Yo, that's him," and he like rams his car into her. And then the police, I heard he ran police over that were trying to stop.
Yeah,
Like,
was
the
ramming. Yeah.
details are crazy. He's facing 5 felonies, a minimum of 5 years if he's found guilty. And I say all that to say, I saw an article that resurfaced about football players, and I think it
Mhm.
was based around Dominic Foxworth of ESPN said
Yeah.
problem with football players and like these aggressive off the field concerns are they're essentially trained their entire lives to be aggressive and to be violent and to
Mhm.
do you think that has its nature in manifesting off the field with a lot of these things that we're seeing with these football players just acting reckless?
I mean, it's a combination of things, man. One, you're from early on, they're being aggressive, right? Two, studies show that they're having some brain issues, whether
Of
it's
course.
CTE or whatever type of like low amount of dementia. Three, the point that a lot of people don't talk about, a lot of these guys are on painkillers, man.
Mm.
They're on these drugs, they're on these painkillers, and that changes like their mood and
Your
dynamic
moods,
around
yeah,
people.
mood swings.
You know, that's a big thing. Like they also on CTE and this and that, but like, yo, they're on a lot of painkillers. I feel like they have to set a certain standard where, like, all right, you want to be a professional boxer or you want to be a professional NFL player. At the end of the season, the same way you have evaluations based off your play and based off what you need for your body, whether you need surgery or not, you should be seeing a psychiatrist.
Mm.
That is mandatory. That has to be written in the contract. Get
Right.
evaluated every single season. That's part of your
Mm.
physical.
Mm.
F your knees, your ACL, all that. Let's see what's up with your brain. Let's see what's up with your mood. What are you going through? Talk to these dudes, bro. Because is you see these stories like, especially in the NFL offseason, like every week, bro.
Yeah.
So
Do you
that's
know
something.
why?
There's a common denominator there, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. To your point, I think there's a great point about football players being mandated to like see someone, talk to someone every
Yeah.
year. Now, the pushback that I envision is from the players and the Players Association is what happens. And again, this is actually a good thing
Mm-hmm.
that would come of that. But the players on their end, what happens if they go see the psychiatrist year to year and it comes to a point
Mm-hmm.
where the psychiatrist is like, I don't think you are in a good space to continue this because of this is where this is trajected.
Then
Would
you're
this
out of
have
here.
to be a part? That's the thing, though. Like,
Mm-hmm.
would players sign up for a psychiatrist essentially factoring in when they can stop playing or
Boss man, the fact that the NFL can get away with not having guaranteed contract mean that anything that they really want to implement, they can implement it. If you want to be in our league, we have to know that you are a capable citizen. Point blank, period. If you want to make these millions, you have to do A, B, C. If you don't like it, you're not in our league.
all right.
You think
Yeah.
these dudes from the hood that don't got no bread is gonna turn down hundreds of millions of dollars because they don't want to sit with a therapist? Then what you're gonna end up getting is like dudes like Aaron Hernandez. Who talked to him? Dudes doing drills before a playoff game, bro. Like, come on,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Like the NFL is one of the listen, NBA, that's not flying. The players run that. When it comes to the NFL and it's these NFL players that's consistently getting these type of troubles, man, the NFL can literally say, yo, this is what we're going to do. And if you want to hold out, fine, hold out. We're billionaires, you're millionaires. We can hold out.
Mm. what does this sound crazy? If we this sounds crazy. If you're not a quarterback, you can't play more than like let's say 7 years. Like you have to
Ooh.
like to just keep at least keep something left for when you for when you leave. Again, I don't know now how it works with how much money you make and how much money you wanted to make in your career to feel like you're good post life. But maybe if they up, the
The pay,
money,
yeah,
right? The pay and like your what do you call it again?
benefits, like the
Your
benefits,
benefits. There's another the
post
pension.
retirement.
If
Yeah.
they up the pension to be almost like they're paying some of your contract or what you would have made that year in the
Mhm.
back end, so you can at least leave with a career and enough brain cells to still function after football. Again, I know all these things are things that players will never.
Yes
And
or no?
again,
Because like if you say let's cap it at 7 years, let's say I sustain a significant brain injury in season 4.
then you got to get evaluated anyway every year by the
Yeah.
psychiatrist, like you're saying. So this is a combining your idea with like maybe this idea of if guys know I can retire now and I'll still make a decent amount of money, I don't have to try to force myself to keep playing where I won't be able to even get to that contract
Yeah.
in another 5 years. So if you have a traumatic brain injury, that's part of your yearly checkup anyway, right? And
Yeah.
I think the psychiatrist should also be available year round in case these
Of course.
ideologies and these symptoms start
Dude,
appearing during the season.
after every concussion, before you pass the concussion protocol, you got to speak with a psychiatrist, do a number of tests. Dude, they have the money and the technology to like figure it out. They have it,
It's
because
tough, man. It's tough because there are like bad people out there. There are people who
of
are like
course.
just ill ideas and they're not good for society. It's like how do you know that whether this is a bad person or this is a product of traumatic brain injuries over time? I mean, these guys been popping the pads since they were like 7, 8 years
Listen,
old.
I'd say that the correlation between the two are very close.
Mm,
I'd say that they're very close, bro.
mm. Well,
Right? Because let's look at other sports. Let's look at other sports that doesn't have the physicality of a boxing or an NFL. Right? Those players don't face the amount of off-season incidents that the NFL guys does.
right.
To me, there has to be some type of correlation.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, listen, man, I hope Rakia is good.
Fact.
I've covered her in the WNBA. She's such a sweet person. She's a great player, a star, fashionable, all that. I hope, everything works out for her. And that's what I'm thinking about right now. I hope, the
Yeah.
situation that's a traumatic experience, man. Having somebody ram their car into you, like trying to stop you, like that's
Ah,
hard, man. That's hard, bro. That's hard.
oh,
So I hope
man,
she's
I
good and
wish
she
somebody played with my sister like that.
son, that's a
I mean,
it's so
man,
so
thank
much
God we don't be in these situations, bro.
I
I don't
pray to
know how
God
they
every
do
day,
it, bro.
bro.
I pray to God too, man.
Because these dudes be moving out here like these women are defenseless and like no one could fend for them. And it's like, and I know you're probably snapping, but it's like, bro, this is not just about your girl or your wife, bro. That's somebody's child. That's somebody's
Yeah,
daughter. That's somebody's
yeah,
sister. That's somebody's
yeah,
wife. Is like you're playing
yeah,
with
man.
other people's luck, like someone who would die for her and kill for her. So like,
Mhm.
relax, bro, relax. All right, the NFL offseason is here. What are we looking forward to in the offseason? Is there anything particular, any move you're looking to see happen? Does my idea of Lamar maybe go to Vegas not sound as crazy anymore for Max Crosby? Since the article done dropped, I'm telling you, I know what I know. It's on the table.
No, that wouldn't sound too crazy. I think Lamar would probably want to see what this new coach is about. I just want to see the biggest thing in the offseason is seeing how these new coaches and new places fare. Like today on the train, I just like, damn, the Giants really got John Harbaugh.
Harbaugh,
Like
yeah.
I really want to see how he can uplift the Giants culture, get them back on their winning ways, like in years past. So I'm dying to see how these new coaches and new places can adapt to their new cities and teams. But it's still too early, man. I think for any NFL offseason talk, we have to see the draft and we have to see what the
Free
trades
agency.
are, the offseason moves, and then we can really. It's
Free
too.
agency starts in a couple weeks.
Yo,
And
give
then,
me your
and
Super
then
Bowl
the
predictions
draft.
now, then.
Huh?
If you want to jump the gun, who you think is gonna be the Super Bowl next year?
Next year. Wow. That's hard, man. That's hard.
Yo,
I would say, wow. I think Denver is gonna be back in the mix. I think Denver
they are.
will be back in the with their defense is so young. They're the same. They're gonna get Bo Nix back. I think now that they got this close, I think they're gonna be even more aggressive. John Elway's always aggressive in free agency, but
Yeah.
I think I can see them swinging something to try to, I don't know, to try to
So you think,
secure,
you think they should have Kirk Cousins as a backup?
I
Because
mean,
think about this last playoff game. If they
it
had a
can't
Kirk
be,
Cousins,
yeah, it can't be who they
it
had.
can't
Like,
be Stidham, bro. Because you cost them a championship potential. Like,
right. If
you either
Jacoby Brissett
draft a
doesn't
young
get a
gun.
starting job, I would call Jacoby. I would call Kirk. I would
That's what
call.
I'm saying.
I'd
Yeah.
even call Derek Carr. I'm hearing he might want to come out. I need
Oh my
someone
God,
that's capable.
oh man.
Gene, would you rather not have Derek Carr than Jarrett Stidham? Like, come on. I'm just saying, like, worst case scenario, you need somebody on your roster that can go win you
Did
a
you not
game.
see Phillip Rivers?
Derek Carr's not Phillip Rivers. Come on. Phillip Rivers is like 40 something. Derek Carr's still like, he had contracts left. He had years left on his
Mentally,
contract.
he's 80, bro. Get Derek Carr out of here, man. I want to see that old fart too, man. Like, nah. I think some of these teams really need to shore up their backup situation. Like you said, if Denver had a Jacoby Brissett or Kirk Cousins, they could have potentially sneaked that game out. And
They probably win that game.
Yesterday, bro. Like Houston and Denver's watching this game. Like, yo, our defense literally did this, but because our QB stunk, we're sitting at home or we're in Cancun.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud, you got a haircut, bro. Like, yo,
Come on, not too much on my guy.
Study the books, bro. We don't care. Dude said, y'all cut the locks, man. I'm back. All right, man.
He's back, baby. I believe in CJ, man. He's gonna bounce back. I promise you, he's gonna bounce back. I think I want to see how everything plays out in Philly. I want to see if there's if I know AJ saying all the right things now, but when you sit at the table and the salary caps start being discussed, conversations change. I want to see what New England does. They cannot run it back with this offense. That was, oh my God. I mean, all the things that I felt like their offense lacked all year, a true playmaker on the outside. Again, it wasn't like it wasn't anybody's particular fault. They all played poorly, including Drake May. But there needs to be a better supporting cast. You got to go get a DJ Moore. You got to go get an AJ Brown if you can. Call Cincinnati.
No, the
about
game
a team
plan is get a veteran wide receiver, like a better one than Diggs. You know,
a legit one. Go get a legit number one.
But yo, it seems like to me every year there's 3 or 4 stud wide receivers coming out of the draft. Get one of them.
True. Facts.
Like the past 6 or 7 years is like, Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson and this dude. And it's like every year. Yeah, man. It's like every year these dudes are coming out, bro. So get one.
Yeah. Well, they're going to be picking lower this year. They're going to be picking 31st this year.
I mean, that's the NFL though, man. Like the first 6 rounds, you're Gucci. You can find some playmakers.
Facts.
So it's not like the NBA. If it's not top 12 pick, then everybody else is like whatever. But they should have. Yeah, they need some playmakers, man.
They need some playmakers. I think, jumping the gun, if you had to say a team that could do what the Seahawks did, maybe not win the Super Bowl, but go from bad to wow in a year, what team would that be for you? I know what you want to say, but you ain't gonna say.
From bad.
Like literally the Seahawks last year where you missed the playoffs and you're like a middle of the road or bad. It could be bad to middle of the road to turning your year around and being a legitimate Super Bowl contender and maybe even win it all.
Tennessee Titans.
You serious?
Dead ass, bro. Dead ass. Tennessee
you
Titans.
Don't mean this. Why?
I mean it, bro. I mean it, bro. I like Cam Ward a lot, man.
Okay, but what else?
They suck. They're gonna have an easy schedule. I feel like they're gonna draft some playmakers. Ted is good, decent running game. Their defense was in every game. Their defense was strong.
The defense is a good defense. It's a good defense.
Like I feel like you see how, if I'm being really realistic, I'd say the Panthers, man. The Panthers made the playoffs. I feel like, and they competed against the Rams. One or two solid more pieces, I could see them making a run. I
That's
could
an
see the
interesting
Panthers
pick.
making a run.
I think the Falcons are in that mix, and I think the Giants, if I'm going extreme, or I think the Giants could really turn this thing around
Yeah,
fast
the
if they hit
Falcons pick is more
the
extreme
draft.
to me than the Giants.
Hmm?
I feel like the Falcons pick is more extreme than the Giants because
No, they have
you
more
got
talent.
bro. Y'all don't have Falcons don't got the QB though. Who's their QB?
Well, we're gonna see. I don't think Penix is going in next year as QB1. I do not believe
That's
that,
what I'm
and I
saying.
think it would be a mistake.
Y'all got the QB. Scatterboo's coming back. Malik Neighbors is coming back.
Yeah,
Johnson is a good tight end.
yeah. And the defense is good. The Giants
That's what I'm
defense gets a lot
saying.
of crap. They're a lot better than people realize.
Yo, if
Again, they're
Giants don't make
always
the
losing.
playoffs this upcoming season, I know it's a tough division,
Yeah,
but just like in the NFC with this the 49ers and the Rams, and I could see the NFC East being like that as well, where you have the Cowboys being good, Eagles, and Giants. But I think the
yeah.
Giants have to make the playoffs.
If they
They
hit the
have to.
draft, they have to hit the draft. They cannot miss. They have a top 5 pick, and they got a couple picks between the second and third round, like that they got from making trades, selling players, Leonard Williams and those guys the last few years.
Mhm.
They have to hit the draft. They have because they don't have a lot of cap space, as far as in free agency. They have to hit the draft, whether it's drafting Tate from Ohio State as another
Yeah.
receiver, or they want to go defense. They have or offensive line. They have to hit the draft because again they're limited in resources to bring in players in free agency. So we'll see how that goes. But I think again, if he knocks it out the park with the draft, it could be very, very interesting seeing the Giants because the
That's
Giants
actually
remind
a
me of.
lot, man. My man hasn't drafted. He ain't drafted Lamar one fucking great wide receiver one, bro.
Good thing he don't need to draft one. Good thing he doesn't. He has one at least in New York. All you gotta do now is build around it. Build around it.
Get out of here, man.
Out of here. Oh, I'm gonna get out of
Man
here.
said, yo,
bro.
we gonna sign. Dude signed Des Bryant. He signed Deshaun Jackson.
Don't do
I'm
it.
like,
Don't keep
are
going.
you kidding me? Like, DeAndre Hopkins?
Yeah, okay. Don't disrespect my guy.
Come
Good for
on.
let's not bring him up.
Come on, man. Nah, I'm rock with him. See,
Okay.
but see, he wasn't even washed up though. The other dudes, that's the difference.
Okay.
You know, OBJ wasn't washed up.
Yeah.
He just didn't fit that team. But them other dudes, man, come on, man.
Yeah. No, Dez was like done. Like I don't.
Done.
Dez was like retiring when they signed him, bro. Like,
yo, man.
Errol Spencer is returning to the ring to fight Tim. I don't know if I don't want to say his name. TSZYU. He's good. I'm not familiar with him.
My man, yeah. He's a banger.
My
man, Bud put him out of commission for 2 years, bro. 3 years.
3, bro. 2023.
Oh my lord! Now, Bud did give him an ass whipping.
Yeah, I was hurt, bro. I was hurt because I like Spence, bro. I was hurt, bro.
Nah, man, he wild on that dude, bro.
Oh, All-Star Weekend is this week? NBA All-Star Weekend?
Oh wow, yeah. Where's that? It's in Cali, right?
It's in LA at the Clippers Stadium.
Damn, bro. That's one thing for DR though. We got to be in more of those spaces. That's the last level that we have to get better.
The hardest space to get in, bro. Like I wholeheartedly agree. It's hard.
But I'm saying, like, all right, for example, like let's say if we was at the Super Bowl weekend in front of all the stadiums, we can just dominate the outside activities. It don't got to be at the game because the NFL had 20. Exactly. Like there's 20 different activations. We go there, bro. We could have been in San Fran and be like, yo, who you got winning? Boom, just throw it on the gram. Catch mad dudes, all these athletes, everybody in the NFL is over there. All the players, Aaron Donald was good, blah, blah, blah.
The sub events around the event.
Even if we don't go to the games or get press passes, but we can still pull up and just maneuver around.
Yeah.
Just like you said.
I want to do Radio Row so bad. Radio Row is fire. You literally are just lined up in a row, like in a whole rate. It's like a whole strip.
Mm-hmm.
And the guys are just making quick stops at each station to do like short interview. It's Radio Row's fire. That's I would I'm gonna try to do that really bad. That's fire, bro.
Nah,
Because you
we have
literally
to.
get like 50 guests within a span of 2 hours, and you got
Yeah.
mad content that you can just different things like that, and everybody
Dude,
does
yo,
it. Like,
damn. This year would have been good because, like, to go from San Fran and now, literally the next weekend, you're in Los Angeles. Like, you can literally just drive up there. You don't gotta catch a flight.
That's true. That's true. Giannis Antetokounmpo has always wanted to play and learn from LeBron. Shut up. I'm not like this is why I hate. Oh my God. They're just gonna speculate on this thing now until I can't stand it, bro. Just leave it alone, man. Now he wanted to play with LeBron. Like, bro, no, we don't know that. We don't believe you.
Too much, bro. This dude.
We remember that. Okay. All right, I'm about to go download this so I can cut a clip or two.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna holler at you, brother.
All right, man. Good shit.
All right, here. Bless. Stay up. Follow. Download. Let us know what you think. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Peace.
Chill.